Hello, big, beautiful, loving planet called Earth. So I feel like I should talk about two types of movie franchises that I'm going to be seeing within the next like week or so. I'm not saying when I'm going to go see them or um, what I think of it, but the one of them has to do with Lord of the Rings. Now we all know what happens in the Lord of the Rings, or most of us should know what happens in the Lord of the Rings where Frodo takes the ring to Mordor and destroys the one ring that Sauron created in order to rule the world of Middle Earth. And this new movie has a little to do with that, but it's a little different. It's animated, and it's called War of the Rohirrim, part of the Lord of the Rings film series. Even though they've already exhausted all of the ideas, but this one is going to be different. I don't know how different it's going to be, but Peter Jackson's working on this right or has released this film, and it could be a good film to go and see. Now, I'm not saying there have been some good animated films that have been released recently, like Moana and I can't think of any other ones right now, but there have been some good animated films that have been released into theaters in the last, let's say, 2 or 3 years that were worth seeing. I'm not saying that all animated films are good or great or anything like that. I'm just saying that some are and some aren't. And the other film has to do with the Spider Man universe. Um, Even though he really doesn't appear in Spider Man all that much, he might in the comics, but that being Kraven the Hunter. And and this is his origin story of how he became Kraven the Hunter and what he does with his powers. He has the ability to hunt like a lion or hunt like any kind of animal that exists in this world that you can hunt with, and there is one villain that's in that film that has made appearances in some Spider-Man movies, and that is Rhino. Um, but other than that, it's going to be interesting to see what those two movies have that could be worth talking about. Like maybe I'll do a movie review on War of the Rohirrim, the animated film, and Craven when I go and see that at some point in the next week or so. And there are other movies that are being released this year, like the new Mufasa movie about Mufasa when he was a little kid or was a little lion cub, and his brothership with Scar. That tells that whole story, and then there's Nosferatu about the vampire. There's what other movies? There's a biopic about Bob Dylan. I've mentioned that one, which is called The Complete Unknown. And then there's Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And I think that pretty much does it for the rest of the movies that are being released this year. There is another movie that's opening up this weekend. I don't know if I'm going to go see it or when I'm going to go see it, but it's called A Man in the White Van. And I'm not sure what it's about or if it is going to be released in theaters, but I just felt like that I should maybe talk to you guys a little bit about Lord of the Rings movie that I'm planning on going to see and give you kind of a little backstory on Kraven the Hunter. I've not read the Kraven the Hunter comic books before, so I don't know all that much about him. All I know is that it could be the last film in the Spider Man universe, other than the Spider Man movie that is supposed to be released in 2026. Um, and they said it was supposed to be a terrible movie, and it might just be that. I'm not sure. And I'm not sure what the outcome of this Lord of the Rings War of the Rohirrim film is going to be, but I'll let you know if I do a review on those, and I will see you all tomorrow with a brand new vlog, and bye bye.